Hello and welcome to the Flory Models Friday catch-up show. Here we are with you on the 19th of September 2025. Busy week this week. To be honest, lots going on behind the scenes because we've actually got Flory Fest is next weekend. So I've been doing a lot of bits and pieces for that. Lots of 3D printing work being done. I've had some big orders going out as well to our stockists. We had a big order going out obviously to Brett in the US and getting his stuff ready. And then obviously we had a large restock order going out to Hannett this week as well. So pretty much bogged down with that in the early part of the week, and with all the building work we've still got going on in here. Finally, we have a roof. We haven't got any sort of anything on it yet. It's got a tarpaulin over it, but with all work's all there, so I call that progress. So we've been starting on with that as well. Review for you this week as well. Definitely a kit of two halves. There's a 2-in-1. Yep, that fills it completely. And obviously we did a little bit more work on the Bronco, and the Bronco is pretty much ready now for the assembly of actually getting it together. So we've done lots of the bits and pieces on with that. Anyway, couldn't do a show on Tuesday because I actually wasn't here. I was taking my mum out to see Downton Abbey. I've never seen any of them before, so it's a little bit of a mystery to me. But Matt actually stepped in the hole that I left, and he put up a little bit of a teaser for a new build that he's working on at the moment. This is the little 72nd scale Helldiver from Academy. Lovely little kit, and he put up a bit of a teaser. The full version of this will go up I think this week coming as well, so you can keep up with that one on there. All right, so that was up with you there. Big thanks to Matt for stepping in and taking care of that for me. Wednesday was me. Obviously we were talking about the Bronco, going through the bits and pieces on that one and everything we've been working on at the moment and going through. So obviously we were looking at the Bronco, we were talking about that, we were looking at my next build, which I'll be starting tomorrow. I wanted to start it today, but I haven't actually got any time in here today because with all the work going on. So I will be starting on that tomorrow. So we've got the Lysander coming up now. The Bronco's a little bit further along. And obviously we're talking about various things that are going on at the moment with kit reviews and stuff like that. All right. So anyway, that was the actual vlog on there. Then we had last night, or went up yesterday. It's a recorded show. It's our first one of It's Only Plastic show, as we call it. Why, what, and how. Episode 1. It's basically a podcast. So although we are sat there talking and you can watch us talking, you can actually put it on in the background and just listen to it. So members, you got that on Thursday. It's going out to worldwide release via the PM YouTube channel on Sunday. All right, so if you want to watch it on Sunday, you can pop it up on there as well, and it'll be out on YouTube and all the usual places just like that. For members, you've got it up there first as well, as always, so that is up with you. And then, as I say, non-members, you'll be able to see it via the PM channel as well, and that'll be with you actually on Sunday night. So if you want to see that one, you can catch up with that. It's our new thing we've done. It's gone down really, really well, and everyone's been giving really good positive feedback onto it. Obviously, we want to expand this show as well and do a lot more with it, but basically it's more of a podcast. So instead of us sort of talking about things and showing at the same time, and then obviously bringing things up from the internet as we do on other shows, this one is definitely more for something to listening to as you build your model, so you don't have to watch us or anything else like that. So again, new little thing we've been doing. Hopefully you like it, so you can catch up with that one right now. And then today we've got part 4 of the actual Broncos up there. So here we take care of the engines. We get the engines put together. Let's say I'm not doing anything to them because mine's going to be all closed up. So we just put them together for structural. We speak about how they fit because the instructions, well, it points out that you're supposed to put them in the tabs. There's no tabs. So we had to work out exactly how they fit in and how they go. So we did all of that down in there and got them into position, which is looking very nice. Then we turn our attention to the 3-piece wing, which the only thing that holds these together is these tiny little slits down in here. Literally it's like 1 mil of plastic holding it together. Not brilliant on something like this, especially with the old shopping cart design. So we needed something a little bit more structural in there. So we just got some brass rod and I put it in there and taped it into position to check how it was all going and things like that. And then we got plasticard. And so we got creative with some plasticard and we made some sort of points for it to lock in and then glued those down into place to hold those down in there. All right. So with that going off and drying and put together, then we were looking at obviously how to, usual thing with Kitty Hawk. If you ever built a Kitty Hawk kit, you'll know that everything's designed to be open. So when you want to close it, nothing fits. So we had to do a little bit of work on there to get those to fit down in there. But say wing sections all put together and looking very nice, as you can see down in there. So I was happy with that going. We put the cowling fronts down on the actual engine as well, so they've got a really nice fit on there. Then we glued the actual two halves of the fuselage together, so then the actual cockpit fits in there, and it's the res kit cockpit, and it fits like an absolute dream, no problem with that. So that goes in there really nice. And then, as I said, we fought our way through of actually how you make the, well, basically the engine covers fit when they're not designed to whatsoever. So a little bit of trimming, taking care, sanding back a little bit, things like that, and then obviously getting the old knife out and just hacking into it, and then that way they fit actually pretty well. There's some little bit of mismolds down in here and things like that, which isn't me, but we managed to get it in with a little bit of trimming, and then we go through the motions of getting them all together and put in. All right, so then we did a little bit of testing work to see how it's going to go, a bit of dry fitting, and it turns out it all fits very, very nicely. And to be honest with you, here it is now. So cockpit section is done. This isn't glued in yet. This is still a loose fit down in here, but the two halves are together and we've sanded back and all the rest of it. We've just got a little bit of filler that we decided to put in here. So we do a little bit of filler work to do on here. The same under here as well. So the filler's been drying for the last 2 days. And then obviously tomorrow I'll get these sanded back and all the rest of it. And then what we do, we'll prime all of these up and we'll check it for riveting and obviously rescribing and things like that to make it a little bit easier. If we're happy with that, then we can actually think about getting it all together. So again, I don't want to rush through and put the wing section on and all the rest of it, but we could probably put the engines in just like this and get those fitted on each side and things like that, so we can get those glued in, even the tail. And then lastly, it will be this part that then will come in, and then obviously this will fit in on the top. Again, it's all a little bit clunky and clicky to get all this to go, but once it does go, it's actually not too bad. All right, ours, as we know, we're doing it in flight. So again, something a little bit different with this. We're going to get quite creative with it. We're going to do some spinning props and things. So I'll be using a bit of acetate in various different ways. There's so many different ways to do it now that we might play with 2 or 3 ideas, and maybe for the members, we'll put up a little bit of a poll, which one you think looks the best, and then we'll go with that idea. But there's a couple of little options down in there as well. Generally though, because we're not doing gear and things like that, this is coming together really, really fast. So with this one sort of together and all the rest of it, it needs to have a little bit of time spent making sure it's sanded, polished and everything, rescribed, riveted, all the bits and pieces. Going to take my time with that. So whilst those are drying off and taking its care, we can start on the Lysander. So we're going to get going on the Lysander and work our way through with that one. So this week coming up is going to be a little bit busy because obviously we've got Flory Fest starting Saturday morning. But again, it's one of those ones where hopefully I can get a little bit of run on it early part of the week, and then that'll follow through on there as we make our way through. Other things that have been going on today is up with on YouTube now, and it's free to watch, is the review. So this is the KP models. I can't pronounce it, so it's KP models. This is the Dual over Africa 1942. So basically in this kit, it's a 2-in-1 kit. You get the Kitty Hawk Mark 1A and you get the BF 109 F4 kit. Now, okay, that's the good news. The decals, to be honest, they're very, very thin. So just be very, very careful when you're putting them down. But you have got some very nice options down in here for the P40, and you've got some very nice ones as well down in there for the 109. All right. It also comes with a book which has got all the artwork that KP use. So it's a great book, got lots in there. It's got all of these pictures down in there. So if you like a coffee table book, I've got a few of these actually from various people, and yeah, it's definitely one of those ones. It's nice to have a flick through and read the history and things like that, and a little bit of backstory onto it. So very nice. Instructions are 1 piece each, so 1 sheet for each of them. As I say, it's a kit of 2 halves, and the reason I say that is that when you look at the P40, you're thinking, oh God, that's, yeah, it's a bit flashy. You know, there's no actual slots for the tailplanes, they're butt joints. Yeah, it's not pretty and it's not nice, all right, just being fair. But the 109 is beautiful. It's a lovely kit. I don't know whose it is. I need to do my homework. If you know who kit this is, let me know. But we know it's not KP's. And yes, I did mention it, and everyone jumped on me straight away when this went out on Wednesday, that the orange ones are South African markings. The British markings are with the red. Apologies. I thought they were faded look. Would be cool, but apparently orange is South African, as I say, red is UK. That's the difference with the roundels on there. So thank you to everybody who reminded me of it over the last couple of days. But anyway, back to the 109. The 109 is beautiful, really very, very nice, good, sharp, crisp, no flash, no sink marks, Very nice kit all the way through. The detail on the inside of the walls, side panels, looks absolutely gorgeous as well, and everything else. So again, it's one of those kits where it's a kit of two halves, as I call it. It's a 2-in-1. One of them's not brilliant and the other one's mega. It's absolutely fantastic. So but anyway, builds up to be a very good kit with the book and all the rest of it. It's not a bad price either. So if you're interested in that particular one, you can go off and see that now. Up on the site, I've had a little bit of a jig around down in here. Unfortunately, we still can't ship to the US directly until we sort out how this is actually going to work. And obviously, we need an overhaul of our software that runs the store, because obviously different tax codes for different items. Yeah, it's a nightmare. So for the moment, we're not doing it. Remember, if you're in the US, just go to High Altitude Hobbies. They've got everything in stock now. They carry our full line, and they've got restocks. They've got one went out this week. They've got another restock going out on Monday. So they've got a lot of stuff going out over there. If you're in the EU, don't forget, you can go over to the Flory Models Europe store via Bravaco, and they've got it down in there. All right. We have got a full load of jigs in stock, and the in-flight stands are in stock now. Also, backed by popular demand is the 20th anniversary collector's set as well. So don't forget in there, it's a nice little set in there. You actually get the limited edition, very, very limited edition, because I have to print these. All right, for the holders, these don't just hold the washes, they do hold paint and glue and everything else as well. So you've got them down in there. You also get 3 bottles of wash. So you get the Diet Dirt, the light, which was obviously the 2 original colors, and you get the grime. So very useful one. You get the tin tray as well, which obviously we're enameled with our logo in there as well. Plus the fact you get the collector's card as well for the 20th anniversary. So all of those are up there for a measly $22.50 plus that where applicable. All right. Oh, and you get the sticker. Sorry, you get the big 140mm sticker as well. So if you want to get that as well, that is up there. So if you want to grab one of those, they are limited. They're going to be on sale now until the end of Flory Fest, and then they will be discontinued and never to be seen again. All right. But they were very, very successful last time. So we've brought them back really for Flory Fest and the week as it makes its way on. All right. So we've got those there. Anyway, we've got all your washes are in stock, clearly, as you might imagine. We've got all your merch and bits and pieces, so the holders are in stock. We've got restocks of t-shirts and polo shirts, and the aprons are in stock as well, and all your other sort of DSP. So we've got your cutters, we've got your tweezers, we've got your plastic card, we've got your what would you call it, carving tape, I think they call it, as well right there, circle cutters, brass rods, and all your sanders and bits and pieces as always as well. So again, if you want to get any of those, you can get them right now. They're up on the Flory Models store, and then obviously they're going to be running right the way through until the end of Flory Fest next week. All right, so we've got all of those. Other as well, over on the PM store, we've got various bits in there on special offer as well. We said that fantastic Wessex we spoke about last week, and lots more bits and pieces in the special section down in here. We've also reanimated as well and brought back as well Armour Hobbies. We've got Armour Hobbies kits in stock now and in store. So if you want to get any of the Armour Hobbies kits, some very nice ones down in there as well. As well as we've got the Edard section is back up in here as well, because we've got quite a lot of Edard, so we've put the section back up on it. So pop along to pmmodelsuk.com and you can get great prices on all your kits, plus the fact we've got all your other stuff as well. So don't forget, we've got your paints, your glues, and all your sundries you might need for all your modelling needs are up there as well. Just literally click down in here, click into wherever you want to go, and we've got all your stuff in there just like that. All right, so pop over to PM Models, you can get everything from there as always. And that is about it for this week. So don't forget, next weekend, set up your diaries. You can watch it on catch up and all the rest of it, but we have some special offers. We've got some videos up for you. We're going to do some building, tutorials, demos, bits and pieces like that, as we normally do with Flory Fest. We have a bit of fun normally on the Saturday night as well. So if you want to join us for that one, we'd love to have you along. It would be a pleasure as always. As always on a Friday, I'm going to leave you with your great work for the gallery. So until next week, everybody, happy modelling. Take care.
Wasted. My heart grows heavy. Don't taste me rushing and keep your words naked. You got me blushing, and you forever I'll follow. You'll be my holy ground. You forever I'll follow. chasing for the answer.